Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites.
Known for its replica pirate ship in the end zone, we're in Raymond James Stadium for today's game. And now it's time for the coin toss, and it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. We're ready to get this one underway as the teams are lined up for the opening kick. Excellent kick. He's to the 10. That was a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one. Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Yeah. Yellow 90.
Nice run there. Novak gains about 4 yards on the play.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
It's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 27.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Tackle around the 36-yard line. And a nice pickup there.
I'll tell you what, the defense gambled a bit here and came with the blitz, and the quarterback showed tremendous poise by making a good read and delivered a nice ball to the open man.
Throws middle to the tight end. And they make the stop at the 44.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 coming up here. Ball on the 44. Nice run, and he's brought down. Decent gain there on the play by the running back, and that's enough for the first.
And that shows you why he's such a weapon as a ball carrier. Good gain for the offense.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Throws complete. He's got room to work. And he's tackled in the open field. Ford's looking to get in the record books in this one. He's a very special player, and he really deserves all the praise and awards he could get. Big game for this guy. From the 35-yard line, it's first down.
Let's go.
And he's taken down around the 27-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Set. Red 18.
Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. And he's pushed out of bounds, setting up a 1st and goal. Good pitch and catch there on 2nd down.
Yep, it was good enough to get him a first down. That's just a nice play.
First down. Chance for 3 or 7 here. First and goal inside the 5. Defense stacked in tight here.
Here we go.
And he's in there. Touchdown. He makes the PAT. It was an 8-play, 77-yard drive, and the result, 7 points.
An amazing drive for this offense. Outstanding execution. If you're the defense, you've got to do something to try to change things up to get this quarterback out of sync.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 20. And he makes it out to about the 24-yard line. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. Runs outside for a nice gain.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. They come out in a 5-wide set. They'll bring him down at the 38-yard line.
Call it a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
First and 10. Ball on the 38. Brought down at the 41-yard line.
Call it a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
He's at the 40. He's finally tackled at the 32-yard line.
27 on the play. First down.
From the 32-yard line. First down. Here's the give. And he's tackled around the 21-yard line.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none of this.
First down.
Check Mike 99. Mike 99.
He's tackled at the 20. Jones picks up only about a yard there on the speed option.
And there's not much he could do to get away from the junior safety on that play.
Second and 9. Ball on the 20-yard line. Inside the 10. Fumble. Now the defense has it. The safety.
A lot of guys in the defensive backfield are ball hawks, and the safety showed it there by pouncing on the football.
They did a great job on their last drive, moving the ball down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive.
You know, when this defense went over to the sideline based on the way they've been playing so far, this defense coordinator's got to be livid. He's got to get in their face. He's got to challenge them. He's got to get their emotions going. Because when you play defense, it's not just about X's and O's. It's about attitude and playing with a lot of confidence.
It's second down. This is a scary spot deep in their own territory.
Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go. Ready? White 80. White
80. Over the middle to his tailback. Tackle made at the 21.
You know, if you use him in this offense the right way, it's almost like you have an extra wide receiver. He's that good.
From their own 21-yard line, it's first down. He's out to the 30. He's to the 40, the 50. And down he goes at the 31. Let's see now how the defense responds to giving up the gain on the run. Gives it to the back. He's taken down around the 29-yard line. A yard, maybe two on the carry.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 29-yard line. He makes it to the 28-yard line.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. Third down.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 21. A huge play, and now they're in a great position to score.
Number 36 with the tackle at the 5-yard line. That makes it 1st and goal.
Tackled after decent pickup. Novak picks up about 4 yards on the play.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, we had a pitcher's duel in that low-scoring first quarter. The Bulls with a touchdown lead. And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. Defense and their short yardage package. Give to the tailback, and he's met in the backfield.
No gain. That makes it 3rd and goal.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive.
Check. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Nice move, and he scores. He's got 2 touchdowns on the ground today.
This guy has great vision out of the backfield. Even if a hole isn't there, he's patient enough to wait for one to open, and then he hits it.
And he converts the extra point. A 9-play, 99-yard drive. And a touchdown as a result. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Grier from the 2. He's tackled at the 25.
No matter how much people want to talk about points and offense, I still think that the best offense is a great defense. When you put a 0 up there, it makes it pretty easy on your own offense to go out there and win the game.
It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime. Gets to around the 42.
Just a simple draw play there, but they picked up some big yards.
First down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 42-yard line. And it's going the other way.
The defense here comes up with a huge interception. They've already got the lead, and it looked like this offense was trying to get back in the game, but that was a big turnover.
Got it and brought down immediately.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
From their own 37-yard line. Second down.
87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball.
Catches it, and he's looking for more. Tackle right around the 44-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
From their own 44-yard line. First down.
87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball.
Nice run up the middle. Novak gets about 4 yards on the play.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
From their own 48-yard line. It's second down. And they make the stop at the 40.
Besides going deep on the fade, the slant route is probably the most commonly run route against man coverage. If the receiver gets a good inside release, it'll be a new set of downs every time. Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. but they got excellent pressure on that play.
From the 40-yard line. Second down. And he's taken down at the 24-yard line. Going for it all to the end zone. Oh, what an interception. That INT puts him in a position to make this a game.
Yeah, they really needed that. That's a huge boost to morale.
From their own 20-yard line. First down. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Makes it out to about the 30.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. And a quick throw. They'll bring him down around the 44-yard line.
Wilson brings him down at the 44-yard line. First down.
From the 44-yard line, it's first down. Airing it out long. And he's tackled right away.
Myers makes the tackle at the 2-yard line. That makes it first and goal.
This offense has really stalled on their last 2 trips to the red zone. Throws it and it's caught for the touchdown. And he adds the extra point. A 4-play, 80-yard drive. And they get it in for 7.
And a huge contribution from the aerial attack. Boy, they had some nice big pass plays on that drive.
So our score, 14-7. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. You know the offense will be looking to do better this time out.
The first rule on offense is to take care of the football. These guys need to remember that on this drive.
Going deep. Doesn't get there.
Incomplete pass. Number 89, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second.
From their own 25-yard line. Second down. Finds his receiver, and that's a first down.
First down.
The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
From their own 39-yard line, it's second down. And he's leveled at the 48-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
Makes the first down catch. Brought down at the 25-yard line. And he can't get away from the pressure. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's second and long. 5 wide. Throws into triple coverage, and it's intercepted. SMU's got some new faces on the roster that they're expecting some big things from, partner. And, you know, that's what's great about college football. New faces every year, unexpected stars, and the newcomers that kind of splash onto the scene. Little handoff. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
No gain. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 40-yard line. 2nd down. They give to the tailback. Nice run, and he's brought down.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
With a quick throw. Oh, he had the pick, and he dropped it. Landry was the intended target, and that'll bring up a punting situation.
Yeah, they just couldn't connect on the pass there. That was a very good stand by this defense.
Lowe is waiting for the snap. And he's taken down at the 24. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
I look for the offense to come out with the same game plan as before. You don't make changes after one play.
Caught with room to work.
I'll tell you what, this defense better start to get pressure on the quarterback. They're giving him way too much time back there to throw the football.
And he's tackled around the 45-yard line. Fires out to his wideout.
A quarterback's best friend is a receiver he can count on to catch the ball every time he drops back to pass.
Got a man, watch out here. He's tackled at the 29. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 29. They come out in a 5-wide set. Throws incomplete, and the wideout couldn't drag a foot.
Yeah, but he showed really nice hands on that play.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Let's go! Green 88! Green 88!
Completes it, and he's hit hard immediately.
Personal foul. Face man. Defense.
They're giving away free yards and only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
From the 13-yard line. 1st down. Complete. He's got room. What a play, and that is 1st and goal.
That makes it 1st and goal.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. Watch out for a pass play when you're in a goal line D. Tackle made at the 1-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard.
And that was the freshman linebacker who was right there to make the play.
It's second and goal. Ball on the 1-yard line. They go to the run, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss.
That makes it third and goal.
This is the 10th play of this drive. They're trying to stop the run here with a goal line defense. And down he goes at the 1. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
That brings up fourth and goal.
Fourth down, and the offense is still on the field. And he's got the touchdown. He makes the PAT. Morton is lined up to kick this one off. He'll take it from the 2. He's to the 20. Tackle at the 29-yard line. They couldn't get anything going on that last drive. Tackled after a decent pickup. As they head to the locker rooms, this one is far from over. 21-7, Bulls. And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. Grier from the 4. At the 30. Taken down by the kicker. Flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
Flipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Passes, and it's almost picked off.
Well, you want to do everything you can to keep the ball out of the hands of these receivers, so that was a really good effort.
From their own 25-yard line, it's second down. Zipped it out, and that was almost picked off.
Smart, heady play by that defender. That was solid, fundamental pass defense.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. Receivers got it on the screen. He's gobbled up in the backfield.
Number 99 tackles him for a loss at the 25-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 10.
Myers back to return it. He drops it.
He was definitely peeking to see what kind of space he had to run. And that loss of focus is what cost him.
And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again. Strike complete. He's down.
I think he could have taken a risk down the field, but he played it safe instead, and that's one of the keys to winning ball games.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down.
Mike 55. Roger, Roger. Check green, check green. Ready? 98 Weasel. 98 Weasel.
He gets rid of this one.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
So it's third down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Let's go.
Now he tries to buy some time. Slides down to the ground.
I'm telling you, quarterbacks who can run the ball are so hard to stop. You have to scheme around them, which takes the best coverages out of your defensive playbook.
From their own 47-yard line. First down. Pulls it in, and he's in the open field. He's at the 40. Knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Slings it out there incomplete.
Boy, that was a rocket. If the receiver didn't come down with it, quarterback made sure nobody else was going to come down with it either.
From the 27-yard line. Second down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go.
The junior makes the catch. Inside the 10. He'll take it all the way for the touchdown. And for Weatherford, all these catches have added up to something special.
It's been an incredible relief for a quarterback to know he's got a target this dependable. That's why they call his number so often.
And he tacks on the extra point. They line up to kick this one away. He's to the 20. He gets out to about the 28-yard line. The Bulls continue to get it done on the defensive side of the football, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of building this lead and almost determined here to protect it. Let's see if they can hold on here for the rest of the way.
The defense really stepped up to force that 3-and-out on the last drive.
Down 2 possessions. This offense has to step up and capitalize on this possession.
Tackle at the 31-yard line. From their own 31-yard line. Second down. A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. And they make the stop at about the 45.
I credit the quarterback on that pass. He made a great read and delivered a very nice pass for the first down.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Check right, 9, 9, 9, 9. And 2, X, 7.
There he goes. It's a fumble. And the defense is on it. They'll bring him down at the 48. And that's exactly what this defense was looking for.
Yeah, that fumble gives these guys some added life. Now let's see if they can capitalize off of it.
And as the defense comes back out, you can be sure they're thinking about that score they surrendered the last time around.
Well, I think this defense has got to do something because right now the quarterback is in such a good rhythm that you've got to do something to try to get him out of it. I would suggest trying to bring more pressure. Try to come up with an exotic blitz look to try to get him on his heels as opposed to being the aggressor and attacking the defense.
first down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air. Finds his receiver. Touchdown. And he adds the extra point. A quick two-play, 52-yard drive. And they add 7 points to the scoreboard. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. It's fielded at the 2. He's to the 20. Oh, man, he took him down hard. Ellison's kept his cool after a bad first half, Kirk, and they're right in this thing.
You know, even when his team was down, he just never seemed to panic. He was cool in the huddle. He got his teammates on the same page and has really just taken command of this offense. I think he's been unbelievable, and his talent, I think, is through the roof. But I think it's his mental toughness is what really puts him into a category all by himself.
I hope they show some fight here and try to stay competitive. If you're going to get blown out, you at least want to go down swinging. He gets rid of this one. From their own 22-yard line, it's second down. Looks like he flinched down there on the line.
False start, offense.
It's so tough to move the ball forward. Even a 5-yard setback can do damage to a drive.
Throws it, watch out. Oh, almost had a pick. From their own 17-yard line, third down. Here comes the pressure. He chucks it downfield. He's got it. To the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. Kirk, that was a beautiful pass and a nice catch.
Well, this is one of those plays you just sit back and admire. The quarterback threw the ball perfectly. And again, the speed of the receiver is the difference in this play.
Where was the coverage there? There wasn't anybody near him at all. And he converts the extra point. SMU kicked this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. The Bulls had that hot hand on offense, and they just keep on going here in quarter number 3.
The greatest thing you could say about these guys today is consistency. They are moving the football and putting points up on the board. They're going to be tough to beat.
They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receivers. Because, again, they put so much time into trying to put a plan together, and to be able to see that actually come into play makes you feel pretty good as a play caller.
First and 10. Ball on their own 45. Throws it in a hurry. And he's taken down at the 30. He scrambles. Finds his receiver, and that's a first down. Huge gain, and that sets him up nicely with a 1st and goal. And for Ellison, he gets to the next yardage milestone, 400 yards.
I like the way he's throwing the football today, showing a lot of poise in the pocket.
Yeah, it sure has been easy to compliment this kid today. He's had a great game. 1st and goal from the 1. Expect to see something straight up the middle. Defense and their short yardage package. Going to the end zone, and it's coming back out.
What kind of call is that? With a big lead, you're throwing the football, and the interception here could end up costing you.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 20-yard line. The Bulls wide receiver, we hope, can make a comeback and get back in this ball game. Went out with that injury a little bit earlier. Counter left. Runs it left for a decent gain. The tailback picks up a solid 7 yards on the counter play.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Two times, two times. Go down, go down. Take Mike, 99,
He's to the 40. He knows how to run. He's taken down at about the 25-yard line.
First down.
First and 10. Let's see if they can build off that great run.
Check Mike, 99.
They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. He's tackled at the 14.
When you can move the ball downfield in big chunks like that, you've got the defense right where you want it.
1st and 10.
Check, 24, 24.
Handoff up the middle. They bring him down in the backfield. The halfback just couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd down and 11. Ball on the 15-yard line. Brought down at the 16-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Concentration lapse right there. The coaches will be giving them an earful for it, too.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. He's going to try and scramble. And he's level at the 7-yard line. So he keeps it and picks up maybe a yard on the play.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
This is the 8th play of this drive. And down he goes at the 8.
The defense was playing run all the way right there, and it paid off for them.
Still 8 yards away. Now it's 3rd and goal. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. He might not be able to get the pass off. Throws, and he's right there to knock it away.
Surprising to me that the secondary was in such good position. I thought the play call had him fooled at first, but a nice play by the D.
It's up, and it is good. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. And they can forget about returning this one. Their last drive ended with an interception. We're about to find out what the defense can do this time.
One general rule in any game is to hold on to the ball. If you're in the negative in the turnover department, your chances of winning decrease exponentially.
head to the fourth. The Bulls with an 18-point cushion. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the fourth quarter.
Right there in the middle, 55. Larry. Set! Red 88.
Throws, and it's knocked away.
Number 89 was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
From their own 29-yard line, it's 3rd down. And he's tackled at the 38-yard line. From their own 38-yard line. 1st down. Quick strike, and he drops it.
For the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Check, tight right. Full out there, check the outs out there. 4 down. Mike, here we go. Woo, 80.
Looks middle, got his back. He's at midfield. He's at the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And he will score. And he hits the PAT. So a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown.
Brad, how about the guys up front? The offensive line giving the quarterback plenty of time to be able to read the defense and make the right throw.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 20. And he's tackled at the 26-yard line. The deficit is huge, but as a player, you never want to slow down your effort. Believe me, coaches notice the ones who aren't trying that hard. Fires out quickly to the tailback. He's to the 40. He gets hit out of bounds right around midfield. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Clipping. Offense.
That one's going to put him way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
From their own 32-yard line. 1st down. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. Fires out quickly, incomplete. Sack. So it's the defensive end that comes up with a sack.
Again, they brought the blitz, and the defensive end was able to get free and fight his way into the quarterback.
From their own 25-yard line, it's 3rd down. Quick pass. Tackle made at the 50-yard line.
25 on the play. 1st down.
He gets rid of this one. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 50. He's under some heat. Tackle at the 46-yard line. So the quarterback scrambles for about 4 yards on the play.
Third down.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 40. He's in trouble. He's out of bounds right around the 44-yard line. Gets rid of it quickly, and that was almost picked.
A lot of teams will lose the intensity when the game's already been decided, but not these young men. Another good stop right there.
I'm sure that touchdown in their last possession's given them some confidence, but let's see if that carries them back down the field.
They just seem like they've been in the end zone time and time again. There's not much negative you can say.
And it's picked off. It's the safety. Nice interception. Too bad they weren't playing like this to start the day.
Yeah, their defense took a little too long to get into this football game.
First and 10. Ball on their own 12. Almost intercepted.
That makes it second and 10.
Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. And they push him out right around the 26-yard line. Flags are down, and this one might be on the offense.
Still second down.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 12. Empty backfield. Quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Nice catch. First down. He's knocked out.
That's good for a gain of 16 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Five wide. Steps out of bounds at the 31.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it second and 7.
Second and 7. Ball on the 31. And a quick throw. Knocked out of bounds around the 36-yard line.
5 yards. That'll bring up third and 2.
Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
False start, offense.
They'll line up for another third down play because of the penalty.
Well, here you're in a third down situation, and then someone makes a mental mistake. It makes your blood boil if you're a coach.
From their own 31-yard line, third down. And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds.
This isn't even the best example, but I'm going to tell you something. This young man is really getting better at running his routes, which is a truly underrated quality these days.
Makes it to the 41.
Gain of 14 on the play. First down.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 41. And they make the stop at the 38. And he gains around 3 on that keeper.
He got right in there and popped the ball carrier. This senior just doesn't back down from anyone.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. Less than 3 minutes in the game. Jones on the give. And they get him in the backfield for a loss. Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 31. Throws to the receiver, and he's got it again. They'll bring him down around the 24-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
This is the 11th play of this drive. Got a man, watch out here. And he tackles him hard at the 6.
That's a gain of 18 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 5, and looking to cap this off with a touchdown. Quick throw out to the receiver, and he's taken down at the 1-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
Play 13 of the current drive. They come out in a goal line set. Fires incomplete. He was looking for the tight end.
I like the scheme the defensive coordinator came up with here. They were all over the place on that play and left the quarterback nowhere to throw it.
This is where the defense makes a name for themselves. It's 3rd down and goal from the 1. Just over a minute left. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play.
That was a loss of 1 yard on the play. That brings up 4th and goal.
They get to the quarterback, and now the ball is loose. That's a pretty big mistake, and this offense will lose possession of the football.
Sloppy job by the ball carrier. First and foremost, you should always be concerned about the ball.
Well, late in the 4th quarter, this game has been over for a long time, and now we just want to get out of here like these two teams do. He's to the 20. He's knocked out of bounds around the 29-yard line. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 29. There's a fumble, and they fall on the loose ball. He gets to about the 41-yard line. So the question here is whether or not his knee hit the ground before the ball came out. So a big momentum shift could be in the making here as we take a look at the possible fumble.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Well, after seeing the replay, it was apparent that his knee was down before he lost the ball.
Yep. Those guys in the booth aren't perfect, but they got it right this time.
Under a minute left in the game. tackled at the 41-yard line. From their own 41-yard line, it's first down. He's gobbled up in the backfield.
That is a loss of 1 yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Well, one team showed up strong today. The other team, unfortunately, didn't show up at all. The Bulls, 42. The Mustangs, 17. That does it for this edition of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Erskine, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.